everybody, welcome back to my channel for today's video on the full moon in Libra. It is Sunday, March 28th, 2021, and I have a loaded astrology video for you guys today. This is a huge full moon. There's so much happening. I have 33 minutes to make this video before my camera shuts off. So I'm going to do my best to do it in one part and say everything I need to say about all of this in the amount of time that I have. And I want to apologize in advance for the lighting because it's like a massive thunderstorm and really dark here today. And I always just use the windows and so I'm just like not getting any light and there's nothing I can do about it because when I turn the other one on, it looks crazy. So sorry about that. Let's talk about the astrology. So I wrote down some themes that I want to start with today that I really feel like kind of summarize the whole thing, and then we'll go into the specifics of the astrology. So the themes that I wrote down for this full moon in Libra are: 1, bravely releasing old emotional wounds to find true inner peace and balance. 2, we are actively healing ourselves and our psyches in communion with spirit. 3, the path forward is set and stabilized, no looking back, it's time to step up. 4, in order to activate our destiny, we must get the truth and air it out in the light of the sun. Darkness exposed and extinguished. We are ready and prepared for this. We will begin operating under the new divine law on earth under God's grace. Coming soon. 5, we need to release wounds, trauma, and pain and let it go. And in place of it, we need to bring in love, healing, light, peace, forgiveness, balance, and understanding in order to heal. And then once we do that, we become the masters of our lives and destinies and reality, and we are fully ready and prepared in all capacities to build second renaissance and fully step into the new paradigm and world when we have the new astrological year that begins on April 11th with the Aries new moon. 6, be open to receive guidance, inspiration, and to act on it. It's all about releasing dogmatic beliefs and embracing new information and divine truth. And finally, 7, the whole thing is really talking about Venus, Mars, and Mercury and the positions of them right now, and explains what's happening and what needs to happen. So the themes of love, peace, partnership, action, passion, willpower, and ideas, thoughts, communications are the central themes driving this whole barrage of energetics that are hitting us at the most amazing, like, divine time ever. So those are the themes that I came up with for this eclipse after looking at the aspects, the planets and their positions, and the Sabian symbols. Now I want to get into kind of my play-by-play, my breakdown of how I arrived at those ideas and why I think that that is what we're working with. So, first of all, bringing it down to basic astrology, we need to remember that this is a full moon in Libra and Aries, on the polarity of Libra and Aries. During a full moon, the sun is always directly opposite the moon. And Libra is ruled by Venus, and it's all about balance and peace and just trying to kind of create an even playing field and balance things out. And Aries is ruled by Mars, and it's all about taking risks and being a pioneer and taking action and initiating things. And, Mars is the sign of the fighter too. And so this full moon really at its core is talking about balance and peace through action, force, will, and fighting to heal, fighting for balance. Fighting to heal old wounds to achieve emotional balance, and this is done by uniting body, mind, and soul as we release and let go of pain and trauma and the feelings that they bring. So let me explain why that is. So to figure out exactly what's going on with the energetics aside, like on a deeper level than just the aspects that are in effect, which tell us a lot, and we'll go through that. Also, I look at the Sabian symbols, which are the specific depictions of the energetic resonances that are created by each of the individual degrees. And today, what we're working with is the 9th degree of Aries and Libra. We have a conjunction, a crazy, like, very, very, very healing conjunction of the Sun, Venus, and Chiron, which is the wounded healer archetype and energetic, but also the master frequency. So Chiron brings us into experiences that create trauma and wounding so that we can learn how to overcome those things within us and truly master ourselves and our potential in this life. It teaches healing through wounding and then mastery once that has occurred. And Chiron's very powerful. And then we have the moon and the earth at 9 Libra, talking about, and that's where I'm going to start with the Sabians today, is the degree of the moon today at 9 Libra. And the degree of the moon, where the full moon is, and remember, this is a moon in Libra, and the moon rules our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings. So automatically on a full moon, which also, let me say, full moons are about releasing. It's the releasing time. It's like we planted our seeds with the new moon, and everything that has developed and grown over the next 2 weeks now comes into fullest expression and then starts to kind of drop in energy until it wanes like off down back to the new moon when it's time to plant again. So this is like the fullest expression. And that's why, and it's it impacts our emotions a lot. That's why a lot of times during a full moon, people are really emotionally energized. And in Libra, the full moon it creates a desire for peace and balance and beauty and just gentleness and comfort and all things partners within ourselves and in partnerships. And the degree 9 Aries, where the full moon is, this degree is 3 old masters hanging in a special room in an art gallery. So we're talking about 3 old masters in a special place where beauty is held and admired. And the way that I'm interpreting this for the full moon, to me, this is about, and also because Libra is opposed to Aries, and we're dealing with Aries. And remember, I said the main 3 planets in effect today are Mars, Venus, and Mercury. This, to me, the 3 old masters refers to like the body, mind, and spirit, or the Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit within. And this is what I think the moon is asking us to get in touch with today. And since we're in the Aries Libra polarity, Aries is Mars, the Sun and Venus and Chiron are asking us to be brave and courageous and to take action and to have a strong willpower. And so this full moon, generally to me, I wrote, this full moon is about having the courage, finally, to heal and release trauma and old emotional wounds. This is Chiron. This is where Chiron comes in, because Chiron rules our wounding, generally wounding from childhood wounding, and childhood trauma, and filling ourselves with light and love and truth so that we can achieve emotional harmony and balance and peace within ourselves and our relationships. The moon in Libra, seeking emotional balance from a reunion of the Holy Trinity within all of us, the 3 old masters hanging in a special room of an art gallery. Peace through reunion of body, mind, and spirit, or Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, however you want to perceive that, within. And with the position of the moon at 9 Libra, this is how we achieve both internal peace and balance as well as externally in relationships. Because over the next 2 weeks, as the full moon, as this energy plays out and we come back to the new moon in Aries, which is really the start of things, universe is telling us through this degree and through this eclipse specifically that we have the potential right now to completely release the past, all of it, to totally break any generational karmic loops that we've been stuck in as a result of various traumas that have come down our bloodlines and our family lines and have perpetuated themselves over and over and over again. Now is the time, and it's completely over. And emotionally, how we deal with this and how we get through and how we find the peace and balance within ourselves is through the reunion, the bringing together, the reintegration of the three old masters, the Holy Trinity, and the body, the mind, and the spirit in tune, working as one to experience beauty and great work, being in the art gallery. So this is really significant, and this degree of the moon today and the earth, because the earth is what we build with. So our emotions and what we need to do over the next 2 weeks is to really get a grip on reintegrating our mind, our body, and our spirit, or the Holy Trinity within us, or recultivating a relationship with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, however we understand that in our particular paradigm of belief and understanding. But this is a significant situation with the moon at this degree. Now, I want to move on, and I'm going to try to go quickly through this because I need to try to get this done in about 30 something minutes because, like I said, my camera shuts off. But okay, so number 2, we have the sun, Venus, and Chiron at 9 Aries. This is the degree of a crystal gazer, and I've been talking about this degree the past few weeks since Chiron moved there, because when I do my videos every day, sometimes that comes up and that placement is relevant, and obviously today is one of those days. Now, what does it mean to have the sun, Venus, and Chiron exactly at the same degree in Aries for this full moon in Libra as we close out the Pisces cycle for this year and really the Pisces age generally? Well, a crystal gazer, that's where this energy is. And remember, Venus is one of the important planets today because the full moon is in Libra and Venus rules Libra. So Libra is the depositor of the moon, dispositor of the moon. And that means that the moon is really working towards Venus's cause, and Venus is with the sun in Chiron, trying to heal wounds and bring in light, peace, and love in order to replace the old negative thought patterns with new ones of pureness, joy, comfort, abundance. Venus also rules abundance. So the moon is working towards Venus's purpose, and Venus is there with the sun at a crystal gazer degree. We can communicate right now. With spirit and receive answers. The veil is so thin. There's 3 planets involved in this full moon, in this significant full moon, telling us to communicate, to ask God, to pray, to ask our higher selves, to ask our spirit guides, to ask for signs, ask for messages, ask for divine communication. That's what Venus, the sun, want us to do today. These messages will help us heal actively and with fervor. It's an Aries. These things, it's dynamic energy, and it's about having courage and having strength and having willpower and taking risks and just stepping out and making it happen. So with Venus, the sun, and Chiron, that is truly about, and opposite the moon, that is truly about clearing out and healing traumatic childhood issues that have affected our emotions and replacing that. We have Venus in the love, Venus and the sun to fill in the space that's left when we get rid of the trauma in ourselves. And we have all this most amazing light code coming in that we can use to infuse into our new existence. Okay, so that is about the specifics, the sun, the moon, the planets in conjunction and opposition to that for today's energy, today's full moon energetics. And again, these will carry us through the rest of the month. These energetics, the energetics in effect today, will unfold throughout the course of the month and throughout the next 2 weeks as we get to the new moon phase. And the energetics in effect today are significant in that process, that unfolding process. And it's just so crazy to me that this is how we go out of it. It's amazing. We're literally being blessed with tremendous gifts right now and assistance and help in this process to prepare us for the next step moving forward to recreate this world. All right, so next I want to talk about the other aspects that are going on today and how they connect. Okay, let's see. This setup right now is actually fueled by force, action, and willpower of the universe to propel us towards our collective path of evolution of consciousness and understanding. But it also is stabilized and structured for long-term endurance and sustenance and success. We are building this foundation, and we're building this foundation and also divine assist. We have a lot of divine assistance with releasing. Sorry, my writing is like so messy sometimes. With releasing or healing integrated. Hold on, back up. Sorry. We have divine assistance with releasing and healing ingrained karmic patterns, instinctually rooted in trauma that can be released, cleansed, and healed under these energetics. So these energetics are so important, and all of us have this amazing assistance right now to literally just release things. And this is why I say that. It's because Saturn is at 12 degrees of Aquarius, and that is in trine to, it's in sextile to the sun and the new moon. And the North Node and Mars they're at 13 and 15 degrees Gemini respectively, which is also in a loose trine to the degree of the sun and the Venus and Chiron conjunction today at the full moon. So we have Saturn and sextiles are positive aspects that help and assist things to happen. So Saturn is sextile to the full moon. Mars and the North Node are sextile to the full moon. And the South Node is trining the Venus-Sun-Chiron conjunction. Saturn structures things, stabilizes things, makes things difficult, but also makes things long-lasting and enduring in a very good quality. So Saturn is stabilizing this whole process right now, and we know that we're going to be using it to build because Saturn is there assisting. Also, Mars and the North Node are also in a sextile. So we know that destiny and where we're being delivered to right now is directly affecting our ability to heal and to reconnect with all that's good and pure and loving and joyful. Mars and the North Node are helping us and are pulling us and are inspiring us and are, in a lot of cases, maybe kicking like really forcefully pushing us, maybe not that comfortably, into the situations that we need to heal. Also, the South Node, that's what we need to let go of. That's our karma and what it no longer serves us in this life and what is holding us back generally. And it's in trine. That's another aspect, a positive aspect that moves things along. It's in trine to the Sun, to Venus, and to Chiron. That means that this healing process that we're undergoing during this full moon and releasing all of our negative emotions, experiences, feelings that we've held on to, it is all supporting the overall release of our karma and helping us move out of what no longer serves us. So that's another big deal that's connected to everything else that's going on right now. So again, this is all telling us that all of this is very important and necessary. This healing that's happening through the full moon, this release of trauma, this end of karmic loops is necessary to activate destiny and release the subconscious programs and the shadow side issues. And it's highlighted further again in this chart, and that's what I'm going to explain next by Mercury, the positions of Mercury, Neptune, and the Black Moon. What, baby? I'm not sure. We'll talk about that in a little while. Okay. So we have Mercury, which is ruling the North Node, and Mars right now because those are in Gemini. And that's actions related to destiny. That's the North Node and at Mars at the North Node. Actions related to our destiny and our path. And this is in a conjunction, Mercury is in a conjunction with Neptune in Pisces. And this is also in a very close sextile to the Black Moon in Taurus. So the degrees for Mercury, Neptune, and the Black Moon today. A table set for an evening meal, Mercury. Neptune, a man bringing down the new law from Sinai. Black Moon, a woman airing an old bag through a sunny window. So when I'm thinking about this, and again, it's another aspect of assistance. The Black Moon is helping Mercury, who's with Neptune, and Mercury with Neptune for the full moon. That's another thing altogether because that means information, a big light being shown on hidden information that has been clouded or foggy or unclear. There should be a lot of information and hidden things coming out over this next few weeks as we head into the new moon in Aries because of Mercury and Neptune conjunct at the full moon. But on the other hand, in terms of the Black Moon and everything else that's going on in the chart, and I guess this relates also because shadow side issues generally are being aired out and a light shone through them. And that is the same dynamic as Mercury and Neptune together with the full moon. So we are now mentally prepared, a table set for an evening meal to receive, create, and partake in the new world, new ways, new divine laws, man bringing down the new law from Sinai, a new operating manual for reality. This is because we are clearing out our psyches of the shadow side issues that impact our subconscious minds and control our behavior and circumstances. Another reference to the sun, the light coming in to air out and light up what's been old, stale, dark, and dirty, and in the shadows. This is also done through the air element. Shy. Where we have a trine of important planets for the full moon. We have the moon in Libra, Saturn in Aquarius, and Mars in the North Node in Gemini. So this is a very important trine in air signs that's happening for this day, for these transits today. And this is as we close out our last moon cycle in Pisces, in the age of Pisces, and move into the air element in the age of Aquarius. We have the sun coming in to clean and heal just like today. So the degree of the black moon right now is really talking about what's happening today with the moon and the sun lining up how they are with Chiron in Venus and Mars in the North Node, Mercury and Neptune and Saturn. All of these planets are telling us to do what the black moon degree is doing, who is in a sextile to Mercury and Neptune. Mercury is the planet who the North Node and Mars are working to satisfy. Mercury's with Neptune in Pisces, and a table set for an evening meal, bringing down the new law from Sinai and airing out an old dirty bag through a sunny window. The sun, the air, fresh air. That's what is happening with this full moon and as we move through it. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about in terms of the aspects, we have Uranus also at a 9th degree. There's 5 planets at 9 degrees today, and 6 if you include the Earth. We have Sun, Chiron, Venus at 9 Aries. We have Moon and Earth at 9 Libra, and we have Uranus at 9 Taurus, which is ruled by Venus and in a quincunx to Libra. So, Shiloh, please don't play the drums right now. Just give me 5 more minutes. So, okay. Okay. Both there so Uranus and the moon are both in Venus ruled signs. And Venus is with the sun in Chiron and Aries. And they're in Aries. And this full moon and Uranus, remember, is at the degree of a Christmas tree decorated. And so Uranus is being activated by the moon in Libra, and it also relates to what's going on with Venus, because Venus is the dispositor of Taurus, where Uranus is. So Uranus is working to help Venus right now with Chiron to heal, clear emotional traumas, and integrate love and joy and peace and beauty and harmony into our mind, bodies, and spirit, physical, mental, and emotional bodies. So this full moon brings gifts of emotional strength, willpower, courage, tenacity, and motivation. Venus in Aries, this is going on in Aries, and the gifts in relation to the degree of Uranus in Taurus. In surprising ways, Uranus to help us heal. Chiron, shock surprises, the impossible come to pass in this cycle in terms of true and miraculous potential for healing on a soul and emotional level. Moon in Libra with a quincunx to Uranus in Taurus. Also achieving true inner peace and balance. And this also heals relationships, as relationships with others are the reflection of relationships with ourselves. So those are the major things that are going on, the major aspects that are going on for this really big full moon today. And it all fits together like miraculously. And another thing that I want to mention is the degree of Mars today, since Mars is very important too. We have this conjunction of these 3 planets in Aries, which are working towards Mars's purpose, who's in Gemini with the North Node. So the Sun, Mercury, or the Sun, Venus, and Chiron are all working to support Mars, who's with the North Node, pushing us rapidly towards our destinies and where universe wants to take us based on our karma and what we've been able to let go of and process and replace with love and forgiveness and beauty and joy and wonder for life. So the degree of Mars today, 2 Dutch children talking and studying their lessons. So Mars with the North Node is asking us to communicate and to learn and to do this with that childlike innocence and that childlike openness and generalized joy and naivety and lack of being, like jaded to things. So we have so much going on today. Overall, and this is the same message that's been being perpetuated, but it's really just cranked up a notch today, and it is described through all of the planets. There is not I can't even think of a possibly more healing moon than one full moon, than one that has Venus and Chiron together with the sun at a crystal gazer. Ask for answers, ask for help. And then the moon at the three old masters in the special room of the art gallery. Reintegrate the Trinity within yourself in order to find and to see beauty and beautiful works that can be created from the masters within and witnessed and viewed. And then we have everything that's going on with, so trauma is highlighted, and the healing and clearing of trauma is highlighted, because how it works when you hold trauma within you, no matter the reason, no matter how justified you are, or how entitled you feel to have the negative feelings that you have. If someone, people do really awful things in an unjustified way, and it's not fair, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because if you hold feelings of pain, fear, resentment, guilt, shame, hate, jealousy, any of that, if you hold that within yourself, you're going to attract scenarios in your life that just create you to feel more and more and more of that. And what the universe is asking us to do through all of this on a bottom line is to forgive. That's what this is really all about, is to forgive and release and let go. And then know that what God has done for others, He will do for you and more. And to open yourself to expecting joy and wonder, and having faith that in God's grace, you are going to be protected and cared for, and to start cultivating your own gifts and talents and potential that you were born with, to make the world, to do your part in the world, and to make it a better place. So that's what I have to say for this video today. I hope that I was able to adequately describe the energetics of the full moon. It's all about releasing and letting go, and most importantly, forgiving, so that we can move forward with fervor and with excitement and with motivation and with inspiration into our future, and to absorb all of the new information that's going to be coming to us very, very rapidly, and to be able to leave the old ideas behind in the past and embrace what's to come, and really sit with ourselves and receive the messages that we need, so that we can fulfill our soul's purpose in this life. So thank you guys for watching. I wish you a wonderful full moon, and I will see you next time for my astrological outlook of the day. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.